Today's video is going to be about some airsoft anecdotes, some crazy stories, funny stories, whatever, that have happened to me over the years. I hope you enjoy them and you get a kick out of them. This video is going to be about a story about a sniper rifle. Now, I've gone in depth on what I've done to the sniper rifle in any of other videos, and I'll link that in the description below. But what I want to talk about is I got this gun replica, and it was destroyed. And I put about $50 worth of money into it, including a barrel, a bucking, my work. And it worked. Loud as crazy, but it just worked. And I remember using it. I was using it with 4 O's and I was using it with 3 2s. I would jump back and forth between the twos. Eventually, I was just sticking with 3 2s and having a good time with it. But I remember taking it to this one game that we're at, and I was having a good time. I mean, I was just nailing people right and left, and I said, this is going to be great. I got into a castle type structure. It only had like a single floor with some raised platforms. So I got on the raised platform, and I was like nailing guys out there. And I remember pulling the gun back and firing and hearing this loud clunk and hearing it shattered the sears and messed a whole bunch of stuff up. And it was a mess. I couldn't pull the gun back then, the cylinder back. And I remember I had bought the gun, or I been given the gun, and like you'll see in the video, all the work I did to it. And I thought, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to buy a DE M50. They were $75 with shipping, I think the whole thing, and I had the coupons and everything like that. By the time it got done shipped to my door, it was like right at $80, like $80.78. So I get it, and I'm like, I got to test it, see what's going on. And on the box it says M50 version 2, and I'm like, what makes it a version 2? So I loaded up with some .20s, and it's like 490, 495, 492, 495, 492, 485, 489, 490, and I'm like, it's like consistently like 490 with 2 O's, and I was like, damn, this is perfect. It was like 2.2 joules all the time. And I was like, damn, this is nice. And I said, well, I'll do my normal work on it. And I took it apart. And unlike the other one, this had all the screws. So I took it all apart. And I always wrap plumber's tape around the hop up and onto the barrel so that it's got a good seal. Did that. I took the cylinder apart. Probably didn't have to, but I did. I took the cylinder out, looped stuff up, put this tape back on, put it back, plumber's tape on there, put it back together. Barrel spacers, it had them. This one had it. They were just little pieces of foam that were all over the place. So there was 4 pieces of foam. I put 2 of them together in 2 spots and then taped on either side of it to keep them in one spot. And then it had the barrel went right through the outside, the end of the replica had like a little screw-in thing that you could put an adapter on, but the barrel went right to the end. Put it back together, and I said, I hope I got still what I was shooting before. I go to shoot it, 502. Wow. 501, 502, 501, 500, and I'm like, did I screw up in reverse, make it too hot? I thought it'll settle down. So I'm shooting it. Now, my field is 400 with 2.5s or 500 with 2.5s, which is 1.86 joules and 2.85 joules. So I was way underneath that, so I was using it up here. And by the time everything got done, it was like 495 consistently with 2 O's, or about 2.2 joules. It settled in. But I mean, thing was slinging out 3 2s like nobody's business. And again, like the original one, I took the weight out of the front and the big bar of steel out of the back. Now, I have a picture of the bar in the back. I don't have a picture of the flat bar of metal that I took out. It wasn't that big. But it made the gun extremely light. It's like 5 pounds. Since then, I bought an SR2 scout rifle, which is about 5.5 pounds. So they're similarly weighted, and I'm like, I like using that. But I just think it was an interesting story that I bought the exact same gun I was given for about 75 bucks or about $80, and it worked flawlessly, even better. The thing is, though, it is a very loud sniper rifle. I guess you could try to put some parts in there to make it quieter, but it's just, you can hear me shooting a mile away with it. And I'm like, that's okay. I don't care. But it's a lot of fun. And I am going to show a picture of the sniper rifle and the piece of metal that I took out. Well, the one piece of metal. I don't have a picture of the other one. The piece of metal that I took out of the stock. I think you guys will get a kick out of it. Hope you enjoy the story. And as always, have a good day.